What's going on, everybody? You're listening to 91.3 FM WTSR at the College of New Jersey, and this is the weekly Smash Wrap, where we bring you stories from the underground world of Smash Ultimate here at TCNJ throughout New Jersey and the world. I'm Oscar Wildfan69, and I'm here with
Casey. Listen, Owen, it's going to be another great episode, and today we have another very special guest with us. We have the head tournament organizer of Rider University. He has played a key role in uplifting the Mercer County Smash Ultimate community and has really brought so many people together. So I'm extremely excited to have him on. Known by his gamertag Poncho, give it up for Nelson!
Nelson! Hi, Nelson.
What's up, Nelson?
What's going on? Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys for letting me be on here, really.
And real quick, before we get into it, I'd like to give everyone a taste of what we're going to be getting up to. And first up, we have our interview with our good pal Poncho. We have a new tournament coming to Rider, a regional perhaps. Then we have F Troop. And then we have the Shoe Stats Top 100 all time. So, Nelson, Poncho, how are you doing today?
I mean, I'm doing all right. Got to hang out with you guys before this for a little bit, playing some friendlies. But, not much I can do when you guys are destroying me right now.
It's okay. I mean, you're stressed out. You got a lot to do when you're organizing those tournaments. It doesn't even leave a lot of time for you to play friendlies.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I do a lot in between these tournaments. I obviously with schoolwork, I have that, and then just help running the club in general because it's not just Smash Bros. I do. It's all the other teams, making sure they're doing all right and making sure they're running, doing their practices, all that other stuff. And I also have a job with the Collegiate Esports League, so I'm also running their community events. So it's not just events at Rider. I'm also doing events for a whole nother league.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot to keep track of. And so you probably definitely need a lot of motivation to keep up with it all. And so what I want to know is, why Smash? Did this whole esports thing start with Smash for you?
I mean, I would say so. I came to Rider and saw the esports club just around there, thought it would be cool to do, and just started playing Smash with them. But, there wasn't anything interesting about it. There was no practices. There was just no connections with the people around. You kind of showed up for game time and you played. And at the time, we were just losing every single game. I think it was very rare to get a win. But
I feel that.
yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It's not a great feeling.
In
When
NJ? I know how that feels. It's every day of my life.
Yeah, but it's just it's not a great feeling when you're not winning at all. So obviously with just a couple years of experience and just sticking with the club, last year as a junior, I was able to just take the team, be captain, not even worrying about being the best player, but just being able to be a leader for the team and just transform something out of it. And obviously with last year, just creating the tournament in general and just getting people to be around.
And that's what I want to touch on. So you started coming to the Rider events, and you saw the scene, and you had these ideas brewing in your brain, and then one day you decided, I'm going to be esports president. I remember you running for that.
Yeah, so again, just last year around this time, a lot of people were saying, oh, I see you're on the e-board. We see that you're doing this. We really appreciate the fact that you were doing this. It's just, again, I didn't really think about it. We were just doing them. And I didn't really think, oh, maybe I can make more out of it. But as soon as I was making connections with people and it seemed like more and more people wanted this thing to continue, I was like, okay, I have to take the president position over at the esports club at Rider. So thankfully, I've been able to do that. And while I've been at Rider, kept going with the tournaments and gotten a lot of events at the school in general, just being able to do, I did an event in the dining hall over there. Really nice event in the pub area. And then I've been able to...
Game On, because we have something similar.
Like a casual game night is what you're saying?
We had a cat. Did you host a bracket in the canteen?
So in the pub area that we had, it was a one-time thing, but they've been kind of begging me to go back. But essentially, we have a pub. It's got a sports bar theme to it. So what I decided to do, since a lot of people do their sports games, I was holding a college football tournament in there. And while we didn't get a crazy a lot of people in there, only 10 people participate in the tournament, the idea for them was to create community in the pub, because a lot of people at Rider just don't sit in the pub area just to talk with each other, eat. A lot of people just pick up their food and go. what they really liked about it was just the fact that, yes, we got people playing the game, but people were sitting down, eating, having fun with each other, and watching people play the game. I think that's what mattered more to
sure.
Ryder.
Just being visible.
Yeah, it was that. And then I've done collaboration events with other clubs. So I've teamed up with the graphic design club. We're just playing drawing games for a casual game night.
And I heard also you went on the Bronx, the radio station there, our rival radio station. No, I'm just kidding. You went
Yeah, I've been there. I've been on a couple shows for the
couple.
Ryder
I thought you
Radio.
just did one.
No, I've done 2 interviews. There was a guy over there that used to interview a bunch of the athletes, and he did a special for esports because
Okay.
co-captain David, who is no longer at school because he graduated.
Rest in peace.
Loose Grip.
Yes.
The GOAT.
Loose grip the
He has
go.
been sentenced to Disneyland.
Yes.
Much love to Loose Grip.
To the mouse he goes. But essentially, he had a friend at the radio show over at Ryder and was like, "Hey, I got an interview for us. Do you want to be a part of it?" Said sure. It was a real nice interview. Nothing like too like out of the ordinary, but just interviewing something that's on campus. Then the very next year, so last year, David had his own show, and he was just talking about. It was like a game review show. So he'd play a game and give a review on whatever game he played. Again, on a special episode, invited me in, and we were just talking about the club.
Awesome.
Well, we need people to do that, definitely, because, first of all the exposure you're giving people, that is crucial.
Yeah.
Because I think what you were talking about once or twice to me, going into the presidency, first of all, Smash back then wasn't the biggest thing at Ryder.
Yeah,
At
I
all,
believe
not.
it was like Overwatch, but I didn't really see. There was nothing really going on at Ryder, to be honest with you. It's just
Yeah.
at this point when I came in, it was really just to like get a notice on everything. It doesn't need to necessarily be Smash, even though that is my main thing, but like it was to get a priority on everybody because everybody needed something.
And it must have been kind of an uphill battle, too, because even in the Big 25, college administration isn't quite fully understanding all the time of what esports is like.
Yeah, I don't think they like understand completely like how many people are really involved and how many things like can truly happen when you get all these people together.
Yeah.
Like that's why like whenever I've done something, I always try to compare it to what other colleges are doing. Like, and it's nothing like I don't think it's bad to compare it to other colleges because like you see other campuses like even here. I feel like you guys have like a pretty good community here, and you know it's kind of set in stone what you guys have. Like you guys have a reputation, and I wanted something like that at Ryder.
Are you saying at Ryder you think it's a little fragile, like it might be on the way out any minute?
Not right now. I mean, as of right now, with what I've done and what the school's been telling me, as long as I've pretty much set the standard and the foundation for what it is.
Yeah, yes, you did.
So essentially, if that standard doesn't stay for next year, for when I'm done and graduated, it could go downhill, but I don't see it going that way.
I kind of wanted to interject and kind of build off of that and ask a question because you were talking about TCNJ and how things are like really brought together there. And I feel like for Ryder, whenever I've gone, like obviously the Ryder tournaments are not nearly as big as the TCNJ tournaments, but it's such like a tight-knit community at Ryder. It feels like everyone at Ryder is like homies with each other. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what has it been like sort of building the community, the gaming community at Ryder University?
That's really interesting.
Like specifically at Ryder, or just like anybody that comes around?
I would probably say in general, but especially with the Ryder University tournaments. What's it been like sort of bringing people together and building that community aspect?
Honestly, it's probably been one of the better things and probably the best thing to come out of the club in general, just because, like, again, like when I was joining the club as a freshman and throughout the next year as a sophomore, there was no community whatsoever. Like, yes, we knew each other, but it wasn't to the point where, like, you could say we're friends. It's like we're kind of just associates. We're on the same team. We might practice, but it was like, it's just playing the game, get in there. Unfortunately, we might lose a game, or we're losing all our games, really. But, like, now with tournaments and even just, like, Ryder, like the Smash team in general at Ryder, it's just, like, we can all say we're pretty cool with each other. We're all friends. We can all see each other, like, going to hang out after practice. Or, like, for instance, at the tournaments now, it's just, like, since everybody really knows each other to the point where, like, they can say we're friends, we're all going out to Applebee's at the end of tournaments. Like, almost every week. Like, every week we got that. Now, while yes, sometimes I do get feel a bit like overwhelmed with everything.
That's
like
a nice way of putting it.
I can say like it's still like part of who we are.
Yeah.
And I can't really say like I want that out because like without that there is nothing.
Yeah, no, you're a crucial like building block, and that's why I said in the intro, like you're a crucial like building block towards, bringing the Mercer County Smash community together. So, and we wanted to sort of give you our flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. And one quick thing. So, having had this experience, you've been looking at internships, I've heard. And so you have a plan in mind for what you want to do with this experience, being esports president, I think, when we talked.
Yeah. So with me being esports president, when I got elected in, I actually was able to score an internship. And that's the thing I was talking about earlier, just working with a collegiate league and doing their community events. I took an internship last semester. It was a nice little semester. I wasn't in charge of every single event they did, but essentially it was pretty much remote, but you're learning how to do tournaments like the same way I'm doing here at Ryder. And it's just like you get to work with a lot of people. And I think our biggest event I got to do last semester was like 72 people for a Splatoon event.
Wow.
And
Dang.
again, it was really fun because I think it was the first time I seen so many people, and people were actually like, they threw on a bunch of their streams together. So you're watching these teams play Splatoon, and they're all laughing, having a good time. So
I
it's
never
just
seen that many people play Splatoon in one
No.
place.
Yeah, I'm going to be real.
I mean, yeah, it was just for a community event. It wasn't even like something crazy
You
competitive.
got the entire Splatoon player base in one event.
Nah, shout out Splatoon. Splatoon's fun.
Yeah, Splatoon, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was stuff like that, and I was like really liked it. And then this past semester or during winter break, they had talked to me. They seemed like they saw what I was doing at Ryder, and they also kept an eye of what I was doing for them as an intern, and they promoted me. So they gave me that.
Oh,
I'm in
let's
charge
go.
of all the community events this
Yo.
semester. I've
Okay.
had some good, just some good community events. Like nothing as big as the Splatoon one, actually, believe it or not. But
I mean, it's still big.
it's still the idea. Like I was able to, get people together, have a fun little event. And I think like my favorite event so far was, this was a risky event, but like I got it to work. We did a TCG event, so Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Ooh.
So we did a little bracket, and I was allowing people in VC.
Y'all didn't invite me?
I would have thrown it in there, but it's just like I was kind of rushing on time.
Yeah, I got you.
But-
I got you.
Essentially, it was just a fun little thing. We held like a little tournament with just people competing with their own decks, and then I said if you want to be in VC, just to trade cards or just rip open packs. So like I might have spent a little bit of money on some Pokegold
Dang.
just to open up a multi pack to
Just a
stream.
little bit.
But it doesn't matter. It was all for like the fun of it. It's just a little small little community, and I guess to segue into like what I'm gonna do with that
Speaking
stuff
of-
at
Yeah.
Ryder.
I was
So-
just about to ask, actually. Sorry for interrupting, but like, rumor on the street, in these Mercer County streets, there's apparently something brewing at Ryder University. So you want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I can speak on this. So essentially what I am trying to get going at Ryder, and for those that are interested in coming to this, essentially this is going to be Ryder's very first own, like, I guess large scale, like charity tournament going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I am planning to invite as many college esports scenes over into Ryder's tournament. This will be like April 12th, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
April 12th, probably at like 1 p.m. But like
Okay.
it's invited, invitations are going out to anybody, like literally any college campus within the esports scene in New Jersey. Obviously the tri-state area as well. So New York, Pennsylvania, anybody that can make it. But it's there. I guess I can reveal the name of this tournament as well.
Oh, okay.
Name of this tournament will be the Royal Stampede.
The Royal,
Royal
Stampede.
That goes hard.
That's tough. I like that a lot.
Yeah, but we're still working on a few things, but I will say that we are getting it together, and I'm hoping everything will be done and settled, and we'll be having a nice little tournament over at Ryder.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but what do you think? The scene's gotten big, but still, what do you think was the biggest challenge in getting this together?
And getting this together, well, honestly, it was. I don't even know. I think it was just getting the idea approved, really,
Yeah.
because Ryder has never had like their own club or anything like, because we're just considered a club sport. I don't think they've ever had anybody really just get something this big going on campus.
Oh yeah.
Usually it's
Yeah.
like the athletics or like a big like campus event that might get a decent amount of people in.
Yeah.
And any other event that would be like getting a good amount of people would be like some sort of ceremony, something like that.
I believe when you mentioned this offhand one time, you said it would be roughly the size of King.
Yeah, so
King is expensive.
I would say 100 people. Like 100 people should be walking in.
Sheesh.
That's what I'm hoping for at least. But honestly, it was getting it approved just because like I didn't know what the school was going to say. The school could have easily denied this. Thankfully, there was a lot of things that went our way. Just the fact that Smash Bros is not going to be online, so we're just going to be in person. You don't got to worry about that. And they were worried that they were going to have like a bajillion supercomputers like all over the room. It's just like no, it's just Nintendo Switches. I promise you, it's nothing crazy. You're not going to break the electricity here. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Switches are old now.
Sentinel wins a set, and then the entire electricity at Riot University shuts down.
But
Nelson, the building's on fire.
But I mean, like, it was that, and then like everything else afterwards. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't think this was going to happen until it got mentioned during winter break. Once I did start planning, it's like you guys are actually helping us out with this too.
Yeah, that's another thing I heard. It's a collaboration with TCNJ, right?
Yes. So this will be a Rider University and TCNJ just collaboration with this.
Fire.
So again, for this tournament to happen, I don't even think it would have happened if we didn't get your help with this. So I have a lot to thank for you guys. Like I'm very, very grateful for the fact.
We are so happy to do it because we love going out to Rider. Honestly, we can't like wait in between weeks to go play in brackets, so we really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Nelson. You saw a scene that needed improvement, and you mustered up the courage, and you worked really hard, and you brought all these innovations to the Rider Smash Ultimate scene, and you are keeping NJ Smash alive.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Thank you. I guess
Heck
that's...
yeah. All right.
Well,
We want to transition to the next segment real quick.
I would be delighted to transition to the next segment. And I'd like to give a quick preview. We've got about a minute left in this segment, but I'd like to get the ball rolling. So you and a certain player have had an interesting, sometimes not very friendly friendship. He goes by many names. Mr. Sigma.
Mr. DR Sigma.
DR
Oh, that's
Sigma.
right. He got his PhD.
Yeah, he did get his PhD.
I forgot. Top student, Brainrot Academy.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a little idea. We were going to rank the best JD Nelson bits in a tier list.
All right. Spit them at me.
So we'll actually get to that next segment. That's what's coming up for you all. Coming up, we've got the tier list. We've also got F Troop. And then after that, we've got the Shoe Stats Top 100 ranking. We'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're enjoying the show. Real quick, before we get back into it, if you're interested in following the host on Twitter, you can find me at O_Buck_King, and you can find Casey at CaseyNoah. And if you'd like to listen to the show after it airs, you can find the YouTube link on my Twitter. That's O_Buck_King. Thank you so much for listening, and let's get back into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the weekly Smash Rap here at 91.3 FM WTSR. We just got done interviewing the one and only Nelson Poncho Rivera, and now we're going to transition to a very special tier list.
Yes. So, Nelson, we know that you have a long-term, complicated relationship with none other than Sentinel.
Enemies to lovers, but it's in the enemies phase.
But it's been enemies for a very long time. So one of the questions we were going to ask you in the interview, but we forgot, was how do you put up with JD?
Oh, do you want to start with that?
Do you want to start with that? Do you want to ask? Do you want to answer?
How do I put up with JD?
Yeah, how do you do it?
How do you
because
do it?
lately I feel like you've been zen and detached, but before that, I could see like the years getting taken off your life.
The years taken off my life. Is it really that bad?
I could see I could see the wrinkles on your face.
Have you seen the pictures of like the president like before and after their administration and like how much older they look? It's like that. I was telling the owner it's like that.
To be honest with you, when it comes to JD, truly, I know he's a good person. I know he means well. I know everything. All right. I have no beef at all with JD at all.
No, it's all love. It's all love.
It's all love. It's all for
Like,
the bit.
It's just For me, I think how I deal with it is because I have a lot of people like that at home. I really do.
Oh.
I have people that like there are certain people like I have certain friends back at home. They're just loud people, very unfiltered, and will just say stuff. Is it funny sometimes? Yes. But like I wish sometimes I just had.
There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's pretty much what it is. And then
Like you're trying to get him to the setup because he's had a set to play for 10 minutes, and every time you ask him, he's like, Nelson, what the Sigma?
yeah, there's like again, it's just who he is. There's nothing wrong with it. But like I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could like disappear for like maybe for like 30 minutes. But like there's nothing you can do about it. It's just who he is. There's nothing wrong with it.
What a warrior!
But like I think what it sucks the most when I'm like in the middle of bracket and like yes, I know I'm not gonna win my match sometimes, but like man, can I please have my peace? Can I please have my peace?
Oh, that's so real.
It's just I don't want to hear my name sometimes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it happens every match. It happens every bracket, no matter the tournament I go to.
Dude, like you're trying to lock in, you just hear from across the room. Hi,
I don't know how
Nelson."
many times I keep forgetting to bring earbuds, and then I get reminded of my name halfway through a bracket, and it's just like, oh yeah, I forgot I do exist.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? To celebrate the bit, why don't we get started with this tier list?
Listen, we're gonna rank JD's most unhinged bits, and we're gonna rank them from S through F. So S being the absolute wildest, like absolutely crazy, whereas F is like, that wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with the first bit. This is an iconic bit in TCNJ and Rider lore. It is the fake birthday party celebration at Applebee's.
That is
For context, him, Loose Grip, and TFJ were really, really pushing to get the Applebee's waiters to sing "Happy Birthday" for you, even though it was not your birthday.
yeah.
Wait, no, there was a specific reason though. They wanted to do the birthday cake.
because they wanted free dessert. That's really all it was.
Was that all it was?
Yeah, it's just that.
It wasn't. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Because at the last Applebee's we did, JD was thinking of doing it again for him because he won the bracket, which we'll get to soon. No spoilers, even though I spoiled it. But no. But anyway, we took all those pictures too beforehand, where it's like it was happy 37th birthday.
Yes. This went on to like personal Instagrams. This went on the Rider Esports Instagram on the story. Yes, the Rider Esports Instagram. I'm saying this now. I got on the story, happy 11th birthday, happy 37th birthday, and rest in peace, Nelson Poncho00.
Fly high. Hope you're up being
I
out of
was the
shield
one-
in heaven.
Yes,
You
it was
came up with
that
that.
message too.
I was the one who said "Fly High, Nelson." Admittedly, that was me. So I'm sorry.
He
And
died doing what he loved, playing Smash Ult.
yes, in fact, you guys are speaking to the ghost of Nelson Poncho00. You are not speaking to the real one. But
Oh my goodness.
if I had to rank that out of everything that happened,
Yeah.
and because I still have PTSD to that event, that's easily S.
S tier. Yeah, that is
sure.
iconic. Maybe for all the wrong reasons, but it's
We
still
named
iconic.
a whole. I just felt so bad because you were talking about how you have social anxiety, and then JD's going, "Hey, let's get a cake for Nelson. Let's make them sing for Nelson."
Yeah, it's just like I can handle being around people for a while, but it's just like at that point in time, I was tired, I was hungry, and
Yeah,
I was
I'm the same
around.
way.
I was at the right table. I was with the people that are not gonna go too crazy, but it's just like. At that point in time, I was just like, dude, I'm done. I just want to eat, get out, and call
I
it
do the
night.
same thing. I'd be shutting down sometimes, like when I've been out too long, having to deal with that, like in my ear, while I'm
Yeah.
like just trying to dissociate for a little while.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that happened. I was like, oh god, it's gonna be a long night, isn't it?
But hey, on the upside, we did get a brand new Mercer County Discord server called Nelson's Birthday Bash that is very active.
Yeah, it's actually extremely active. But the second bit we have here, it is. I'm trying to explain this, but it was a recent Applebee's trip where you have JD on one corner of the table, and on the other corner of the table, you have a Pokwa, also known as AJ. And Sentinel would stand up every time and be like, "Hey AJ,
Oh my god.
hey AJ, what do you think about this? What do you think
What
about
do you
this
think of
Rivals
Rob
character?"
Neutral Air?
Where does that one rank?
I don't think that one's too bad. Believe it
For
or not.
context, Apoka was also crashing out a little bit.
Yes, it got to the point where you could tell the difference between social anxiety between the two different people. You have JD yelling across the Applebee's about this, and then you have AJ just texting in the Discord like,
Please get me out.
Please get me out of
save
here.
me."
Like, please get me out of here. And I was just like, honestly, I don't think it was that bad. Then again, I can't say too much because there was another Applebee's night where he did something similar, except it was towards me.
Oh,
Basically
I didn't know
asking
about that.
I think he was doing the same thing he did to AJ, and it was essentially just like, "Hey Nelson, have you ever played Despicable Me Temple Run?"
It's a good question.
So like, there's just questions like that.
You
But
think, like,
Everything you ask on a
BC?
first date.
if I have to go off of my personal experience and how I feel for AJ for that time, I'd probably say B
Alright,
tier.
solid B tier.
That's respectable.
Yeah, and next up we have $sign Nelson. We have the fake cryptocurrency Nelson coin.
It's going to the moon.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think that really annoys me. If anything, I actually do find it funny. So,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
so like when it comes to being annoying, I'd probably say like
F probably?
probably D or F.
D or F? Okay.
The only thing is, like, one time on stream while, like, winners finals was happening, the commentary had nothing to do with Smash Bros.
And
There
we
was
just kept talking about
Yeah.
Nelson coin.
Just Nelson coin, this
It
fake
was like
cryptocurrency.
me, Rider Tempo, Meebo. It was like a whole mob of people just talking about Nelson coin. It was so funny.
we were telling Mercer County to invest,
Mhm.
and I hope to God none of them did.
Yeah, please don't. This is not real.
Next
Nelson
up,
Coin does not exist.
we have JD making the bold proclamation that he will chase down bald people, thinking that they are Esam, the Pikachu player.
You know, W take. You know that? W take. We don't like bald people here.
Whoa!
Nah. But no,
Live on there?
but nah.
He is unfiltered like that.
What's it called? I don't even think that's annoying. I think that's funny too. I'd probably also throw that in D or F tier.
That is pretty funny, but like I just like sometimes people will like catch wind of that at Applebee's, and I'll be like so like the first time he said that I was so embarrassed hearing.
Oh, I'm
that.
embarrassed every time, but at this point, it's just
It
the
just
feeling's
levels
numb.
to it.
The feeling's numb at this point. It's just you go with them, you know what to expect. Just get your food, just eat.
I love how, too, there's apparently a real story behind that. Like, one day, he's told us this. He just saw a random bald guy on the sidewalk, and he started chasing him, yelling, "Esam! Esam!"
Wait, he actually
No, he did not do that. There's no way he did that.
I mean, I don't know. I believe the bacon story, and if I can believe that,
Oh yeah, the bacon. We honestly probably should have had that on here.
we should have.
You want to rank that right now? Nelson,
The bacon story.
JD's bacon story about how he ate like 50 slices of bacon.
It was 50, and how they took the bacon away.
Why?
It was
Wait,
at like a wedding in Mexico, and they had like a reception, and he kept eating slices of bacon, and then they stopped replenishing the bacon because
was there not anything else to eat?
there was sausage. He started eating that.
Like I don't even.
Dude, I give this like A tier. This one is
is
high
the
up
one.
there
This
for
is
me.
this is A tier because it's like, what are you doing? Just eating bacon.
Just chowing down.
There has to be more than just bacon.
What's crazy is that my family has like a motto that's like a day without bacon is like a day without sunshine. And I'm like, dang, JD took that to heart.
He did.
He really did.
He was eating bacon like his life depended on it.
This is like one of those like stories that really like makes you realize like, dang, this guy is a true enigma, you know?
He is something else.
Truly. Next up, we have his stories about waking up Chris Womp Womp in the morning at TCNJ.
Oh, this is S tier. This is S tier. Like easily. Like this is where we see Womp Womp. Actually, this is where we see Chris turn into Womp Womp.
Yeah.
his origin story.
The origin
It's the origin story.
The psychological damage.
Wait, that's crazy. Oh, and do you want to explain to the people?
Okay, so Sentinel roomed with our good friend Chris Womp Womp, and poor Chris had no idea what he was getting into because they hadn't dormed at Ryder, from which they transferred. And so JD started doing this thing where he would play Rob until 3 a.m., and then every morning he would ask Chris a brain rot question. Like, hey Chris, what do you think of Rob Neutral Air, my little Sigma?
Yeah, he would say good morning, my little Sigma.
Just to see if he was awake, like a reaction test.
Nelson's shaking his head right now.
So disappointed.
Yeah, that is like, yeah, it might be S, to be
That's
honest.
S.
It's one of the most, like, when I heard that from Chris, I like was befuddled. I was beside myself.
I was both surprised and not surprised at once, because on one hand, like, why would you do that? But of course, it's inevitable that living with JD, he would do something like that.
Yeah, because like
Exactly.
there's many things you can like accidentally wake up to, and it's just like for me, like I remember a couple years ago, like the thing I woke up to was like my friend would like wake up in the morning and instead of going to class, he's just blasting on his laptop watching Yu Yu Hakusho and just blasting the theme song, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, like I'm trying to sleep. I don't have class till like much later, but like at least that's okay. To wake up to, oh, how you doing, my little Sigma? It's just like I don't want that.
Dude,
Oh my
my
goodness.
roommate, his alarm used to be like a Five Nights at Freddy's parody, and he would set like 12 of them,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
would not wake up for a single one.
That's
Anyway,
hilarious. Lastly, this is the most recent one. It's actually from this past Friday, and it is the hot tub stream idea.
Oh my god, no. Like this
Oh
is
my
I
lord.
can't say this is A tier or S tier, but I would put it in A tier.
Yeah, this is a strong
A-tier.
A tier
Yeah.
for sure.
This is very strong A
it was
tier.
the bit was the Poncho hot tub stream for Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, I don't.
Can we talk about him on air?
we can.
He is a guy that exists.
Maybe we should veer to a differerent topic. Though.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's probably not stick with that one.
Speaking of Luigi Mangione and G4G Sentinel, aka JD, we have finally an F Troop to talk about. This is F
Yes.
Troop number 3. Boy, was it a weird one.
Yeah.
Not as weird as the grand finals of the last one, which Sentinel was in, but
it's up there.
lately, Sentinel. So we've talked about this before, but lately Sentinel had been having a hard time with the game. He was having a character crisis. He didn't know whether to play Rob or Plant. He was going like 1-2 and 2-2 at events that he really should have been like top 8ing. But then one day, apparently at the Fusion Arcadian, a voice just came to him and said to play Piranha
Play
Plant.
Plant.
And ever since, because he was genuinely worried, it's like, what if I don't have any talent? But then all of a sudden, just the god of Piranha Plant descended on him.
The GOAT.
And so coming into this bracket, he was looking pretty strong. But before that, we have a brand new TCNJ player. You want to take it away?
Oh yeah. So at F Troop, we've had many different players, come up and come down, and we have. I actually, I was not there for the tournament, but there was a player, who I guess made their debut at TCNJ, and that player is, I believe, a Byleth player who goes by Laynok,
That's right.
and apparently they are they're a German study abroad TCNJ student actually. So they're currently doing, I believe, a semester abroad, like here in the States, and they're here at TCNJ, and apparently they play Smash, and they're here at this tournament and took Micah to game 3 actually.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so I just thought that was really cool seeing someone all the way from Germany coming through to purely to play at this tournament and for no other reason.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
He actually is going to fly like in and out like every Friday or every other Friday just for the tournament.
Nah, but obviously we wish them all the best when it comes to their academic studies here at TCNJ, and we're super happy to see them at the community. I just thought that was a super cool storyline from this F Troop.
Hey, the TCNJ PR could one day extend to Europe.
Mm.
International PR.
Wow.
Also interesting, we had Secret was there.
Yeah.
He was just there. It's cool to see Secret.
Shout out the secret.
And then finally, this is another interesting story. So at the start of this season, I was talking to Kenny. I was like, dude, no you? No Xavier? Because they've taken a step back from the game. The two best players at TCNJ. I was like, the PR is going to be wide open. I think I have a real shot. And he goes, top 5? I'm like, no, dude, top 1. And then he goes, oh, I guess I'm going to have to gatekeep then. I'm going to have to enter brackets just to mess with your results. I'm like, bro.
Bruh.
And this was the first bracket where he did that.
Yeah, he played Cloud, Aegis, Mr. Game & Watch.
he played like through like a bunch of different characters. I actually had to go up against him. I think he went
Yeah.
Palu at one point.
Yeah, he went to Game & Watch and then Palu against you.
Yeah, it's
He's in
just
contention with TFJ right now for the king of +3 matchups.
yeah.
Yeah, he had an
Yeah.
interesting run. He went through, got through Poncho. Sorry, Nelson.
Damn it.
Got through Krill Dog and TFJ. The TFJ one was crazy.
Yeah, 3-0 as well with the Cloud. That's kind of wild.
That's like that just boggles my mind.
Eventually, though, he lost to Sentinel, and they lost to Ice on Deck. But I kind of want to talk about Sentinel a bit, because this is, I mean, part of the reason why we bring him up is because this is his first ever bracket win at TCNJ.
Oh, yes. Yes, we got about a minute left, but we can real quick give a preview of his run, and then we'll get into grand finals.
Yes.
It looks like let's see, what was his run like?
He defeated Apokwa in an exciting Game 3 set. Then he beat
that's right.
Secret, Ice on Deck, Shineburst in winners finals, and then grands. He got the 3-0 versus
He got to
Ice.
winner's side. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Second time he's done that, but last time there was the Richter incident.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that. Another interesting set, before we get back into Sentinel, I want to talk about Kevin JSI and Ipokwa.
Oh, yeah. I think that was a pretty close one as well. I don't know if we need to wrap up on this segment, though. Or if
We got about a minute.
We got a minute. All right, let's speed run this real quick. Let's go. All right, so Kevin JSI and Ipokwa played, right?
Right.
And I believe Kevin JSI got the W.
He did get the W, 2-0.
Yeah,
Byleth.
and Ipokwa played Joker and Aegis as well. So pretty big win for Kevin JSI there, getting 9th place at the tournament.
Dang, both of his mains. That's tough.
That's tough.
Well, Ice on Deck had some good wins, too. He had a 3-0 against Krill Dog, 3-0 on TFJ, and a 3-2. This is the first time he's beaten Shineburst in forever.
Yeah.
That isn't. I mean, even if it was secondaries, that's a dub's a dub.
Yeah, finally got the win there. So he was still able to finish out a solid 2nd place.
And with that, coming up, we've got more F Troop. We've also got the Shoe Stats top 100 of all time. I'm going to play something, and then we'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're enjoying the show. Real quick, before we get back into it, I'd like to give you an overview of the events we have coming up. And first up, as a public service announcement, there will be no Bronx Barrel Blast at Rider University this Friday because of spring break, but there will be an RU Smashin' at Rowan University at 3 p.m. I'm considering going. Singles will start around 6 p.m. Again, that's Rowan University. And on Sunday, we also have Icebox Battles number 3, hosted by TCNJ's very own GOAT Xavier. So if you're interested in supporting the TCNJ scene indirectly, you can consider checking out Icebox Battles. And that's all of note for now, and let's get back into it. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for hanging out with us, and welcome back to the weekly Smash Wrap. We just got started talking about F Troop number 3 and the legendary run of G4G Sentinel, based on where we left off. He is sitting in grand finals against a notorious rival of his, Ice on Deck. To give you some background on Ice on Deck and Sentinel, they beef like crazy.
They do.
They're friends, but they beef.
Do you know about this rivalry, Nelson?
I mean, yes, I would say so. I mean, this, what's it called? Sentinel has been trying to get a win off of him for like a really long time. I know he's gotten one win, but I think he was really going for another one here.
Yeah.
For sure. Because we complain to we have something to talk about related to our characters.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But they complain about each other's characters constantly.
Oh, yeah, I've seen stuff on Twitter. I've seen them.
Yeah. I mean, Ice on Deck won what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sets in a row versus Sentinel up until this tournament.
But you want me to lay it on you?
Let's go.
Sentinel beats Shineburst 3-1, and then Ice on Deck is in losers. Grand finals, Sentinel wins 3-0.
3-0. Big.
Absolute cinema.
30 bomb.
An impressive run through of the bracket.
Yeah, Ice on Deck was playing the Rosalina during the grand finals. I was kind of surprised he wasn't going min-min, but I mean, at the end of the day, he was able to get the big win over the Rosa in pretty convincing fashion as well.
Oh, yes. And I thought it was kind of funny. In the middle of the last game, Ice yelled and threw his hat on the ground.
Oh.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Dang.
But he apologized for it.
Nah, I feel
it's still
that.
funny.
Hey, as someone who's also raged against Sentinel, I feel that.
And,
if you know, you know. Shout out to E Troop number 6. Not my brightest moment.
And of course, shout out to Ice on Deck. My God.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ice on Deck, he just started a charity tournament series. Actually,
Feeding America.
with a $100 pop bonus. It is a monthly. It just happened the other day. Juice won it.
Yeah. Congratulations to Juice. We also had, I mean, it was a pretty stacked tournament, to be honest. We had, Citadel, Slasher, Law. I mean, we had quite a few very strong players here. So I think it's awesome that Ice on Deck is doing this not just to bring the community together, but bringing the community together to support a good cause, feeding America, helping, provide food for people in need. That's, really awesome to see.
100%. He's raised $300 so far. He has a goal
Dang.
of 1K in tournaments alone by the end of the year.
Yeah, so if you guys want to donate, then feel free.
He does have a link on his Twitter.
So make sure to check out Ice on Deck's Twitter. Big shout outs to him.
Big shout out to Ice. And with that, finally, speaking of character crash outs.
Oh boy. Okay, so let me
Poncho, you witnessed this.
let me
Yes,
set
I got to
the scene.
witness
Let me
this.
set Okay, listen. Owen's the one who always sets the scene, you know what I mean?
All right, you said the scene.
And he's great at setting the scene, to be clear. He's a beautiful scene setter, but
But twist the narrative. Go ahead.
I want We were gonna record like 2-3 hours ago, but we ended up forgetting that there was an entire show that was happening during our recording. So
Live bands were playing in here.
yeah, and by the way, they shout out to them. They did great. And
Yeah,
it was
they
an
sounded
awesome,
great.
Yeah, it was an awesome show, but we were like, well, we got 2 hours on our hands to wait until they're done. So what do we do? And so we go to my crib, we play friendlies, and me and Owen have been bickering back and forth. You guys know about the Toon Link Palu beef that we have. We've been talking a lot about it on this show, and we finally
We have.
decide, you know what, we're gonna settle it in Smash, like they would say in those old commercials. And we decided we're gonna do a best of 5 $10 reverse mains money match. So I would play Toon Link, and this man right here would play Palutena. Furthermore, we played as each other's colors as well. The red,
Oh, yeah.
the crimson red Palu versus
It was personal.
the Crayola red Toon Link.
This guy. Well, you know what? You want to walk me through? We slapped our $10 on the table.
AKA
did.
the equivalent of 2 dinners of half apps at Applebee's.
True. A lot was on the line here.
1/1,000,000th of a single egg.
Oh my
You know what? Actually, Poncho, you're a detached observer here. You're a neutral third party.
Yes, I was the neutral third party
I
here.
mean, you were playing a lot TCG Pocket.
Yes,
last
I was not winning those matches, but I was paying attention to your matches.
Nice. Yeah. No. What did you think of the matches?
I mean, shoot, they were close. All of them were close.
They were all so close.
They all got the last dot class.
I think every single one was last hit. I win game 1 on PS2, and I'm feeling really good about myself because I kind of ended the game really strongly. And so you counter pick to Small Battlefield, right? The classic Oscar Wilde counter pick. And I actually started.
I never counterpicked at Small Battlefield.
Hmm?
I never. What?
You what?
No, I go to Hollow Bastion.
Oh, my bad. Anyways, let me spin my narrative, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got it. You got it, gang.
No, I started off playing really hot. Game 2 actually. I took the first stock pretty quickly, if I'm not mistaken, and I was up well over 100% game 2. And then you start really locking in with the Palu, I guess. Just really, doing.
Just pressing the 2 buttons that it takes to play the. I just realized. I have to neutral
the
there.
15 various neutral options and the mix-ups that really just define Palutena's intricate gameplay.
Yeah, for sure.
There.
Listen, pressing short hop.
And backer.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
Nelson.
true. Invincible.
Fine. We'll allow it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that game went how it went.
And then Owen made the crucial mistake of letting a Toon Link player counterpick to Final Destination.
I main this character. I don't ever go to Final
You
Destination.
should go to FD. This isn't that right, Nelson? Like, I feel like this is a really good Toon Link stage.
I mean, you get the space, and there's no platforms, but I feel like does Toon Link's sword like I guess is up to or anything? Does it reach the platform? Does he?
It does. It's crazy at Sharkin.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd do better at a platform like stage.
That's fair, I guess.
But I feel like he could still work.
But with the way
FD.
I was playing, boomerang, bomb, jump forward there.
A lot of jump forward. You mastered the Oscar Wilde fan full hop fair read very quickly.
Well, I don't know if I mastered it, but I was definitely trying.
You were getting there.
I was definitely trying. I ended up winning game 3, and then you counterpick back to Small Battlefield, and game 4 is another super close one. I almost make a huge comeback. I was down like an entire stock, and I'm climbing back. I'm clawing my way forward. Boomerang, bomb, but jump forward there. Oh,
But I think I just clipped you.
Neutral get up, him with the Amic Bob, the twister,
That
baby.
happened an embarrassing amount of times.
Yeah, you got it with so many up
I
Bs
got it
at
like
ledge.
7 times with the
It was
Amic Bob
crazy.
up B.
And you started jumping every single time.
Okay, but you never started punishing it.
But that's the problem. I was reading these jumps from ledges, but I kept being too late for the punish. So you would always immediately air dodge after jumping from ledge, and my forward air would just miss. And every time I'm like, I'm gonna get it next time, I swear. And you end up closing out game 4, preventing the comeback. So of course it goes to game 5.
Of course, because there's no way it wasn't.
Yeah, and we end up going to Pokemon Stadium 2.
The classic.
We got instant intense environment. Nelson's going crazy in the back. We got my boy Lucas as well watching, and it was absolute cinema for me.
The amount of moves we fell out of, both of us.
We found so many moves.
You would think it was like a rapper's career. The amount of things we fell out of, the amount of times we fell off.
The amount of fall offs is crazy. Nah, it was a crazy game. It was once again like last stock, last hit, and I don't even remember what I ended up doing. It.
Wait, are you talking about the last hit?
Yeah, last hit. I don't remember
Last
what it was.
hit. Okay, last hit. You up B me, but I fall out of it somehow.
Yeah.
And so then we go all the way to the other side of the stage. You go off stage. I go to edgeguard you, but you make it back. And so then I'm going to stand at ledge and I'm going to like down tilt as soon as you run out of invincibility. You roll.
Oh,
jump,
yeah.
You roll again. You do the tri-state twister where
The
you roll
classic.
the ledge. And
Roll
then
the
you grab.
ledge, back throw.
No, you know what it is? Oh my God. I read it. I threw out a down tilt. You were a frame faster.
Oh my goodness. And that's because Toon Link has the most broken grab in the entire game.
Ah, it is frame 14.
But guys, Toon Link's honest, right?
Yes.
Isn't that right, Pokwa?
I will die on this hill.
Oh, I guess. But I ended up winning game 5 last hit in this mind match. That just happened a few hours ago.
And now a whole $10 worth of half apps is in their wallet.
Woo!
But hey, you know what? It was a good game.
Not gonna lie, this next Applebee's trip is gonna feed families. It's gonna feed generations.
It's gonna be you're gonna go up to Manny. I've run into good fortune lately. Have a larger tip.
We might get our next JD bit. We might.
We might
That's true.
just. But yeah,
That's true.
Hey,
We were supposed to do this in bracket instead of a money match.
yeah.
Sentinel won the $5 from a free bracket playing Richter against Ice on Deck. In a way, you indirectly won money.
Exactly.
It's
And
gonna be a movie.
nevertheless, I mean, that was just incredible. Just another reason why I'm the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah. She's still broken.
Yeah, maybe. But listen, outside of that, we do have one other thing we wanted to talk about.
Oh, yes. The shoe stats. Top 100 all-time greatest ranking
Yeah.
has just come out. And we thought it'd be a very fun activity if we took some TCNJ players and our current sit-in rider player and see where they are on the all-time rankings.
Yeah, so listen, we have over 200,000. In fact, we have 274,825 players in this database of people that have played in Smash Ultimate tournaments all time. Isn't that pretty crazy?
I mean, it's a lot of people, yeah, but like, yeah, it's just kind of crazy because like, if you think about the game, I mean, Smash Bros was considered the most sold fighting game ever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you got to think about it just like that number is truly in the millions when it comes to like the amount of people actually playing the game. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's like, even if you don't consider Smash a fighting game, people are watching Smash.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, I mean, Tri-State's been popping off lately with just getting new tournaments. That's also really good for the rest of the FGC because Street Fighter, for example, would not be happening at TCNJ or Ryder without Smash Ultimate.
Oh,
Yeah,
People are
for
coming
sure.
for Smash, and then they're staying for Street Fighter.
For sure.
Yes.
And by the way, shout out to Kaido, Kyto, who is ranked as the worst Smash Ultimate player of the game's history competitively.
Wow.
So, honestly, if I were last all time, I would wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah,
You know what I
honestly,
mean?
that's like impressive.
So, shout out to Kaido. Also, if you guys were wondering, the top 5 of all time I believe. Oh my goodness, my computer is completely crashing out. But the top 5 was Mia, the Game & Watch, Tweak, Spargo, Akala, MKLeo. Pretty
MKLeo
shock,
at number
right?
1, of course.
Yes. But now, let's think. Where do you guys think y'all are ranked? We're gonna take a look real quick, and starting off, where do you guys believe that I would be ranked?
I think...
Out of 280,000 people.
My guess would be you are somewhere between 10K and 100K. We'll start there.
That's a really large range.
We'll start there. Am I right?
I'll say you're within the top 100,000.
Within top 100,000? So are we thinking like 90K or like...
Yeah, probably the 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s? All right, sounds good.
I agree with that.
You're also going to say 90s?
I'm putting it all on 90s.
All right. Well, it actually turns out that you guys are sleeping on the go.
No.
Get out of here. I am 66,546 all time. So consider me pretty goated out here, you know.
Well, there you go.
Well, we got our answer now.
I am above players such as Momentum and Flamsy, but below players like Scrumptious and Menthol.
I would be terrified if Scrumptious sat down to play me on the
Oh,
show.
yeah. I'm also notably under the amazing Caucasian Sensation.
Oh, my Lord.
What a player.
What
What a
elite
tag.
tag. Elite tag. Now, where do you guys think Oscar Wilde is ranked?
Top, like 10.
Top 10. You know what? Well, let's go with that. Top 10.
Top 10
For Oscar
all
Wilde
time.
fan.
Oscar Wilde fan 69 is, as a matter of fact, number 7 all time. No, I'm kidding.
Dang it.
You had me there.
He is 96,778th
Dang, I'm lower.
all time. Yeah, you're a bit pretty low, I feel like. You're a lot lower than me. Because on the current shoe stats, like 2025 rankings, you're above me.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I have like well over a year of playing experience on you.
Well, you know what it is? Okay, so I made another account for when I started going to RU Smashing. And then
Yeah.
when I got to college, I quit the game for like a year, and then I opened a new account. So that's probably why.
Maybe. But nevertheless, I mean, that's still within the top 100K. Now,
Let's do
what
it.
do we think Poncho is ranked all time?
I'd say, I don't know if you clear 100K, but I think like you're definitely in the top 150.
What are you thinking?
I mean, considering I didn't really start playing anything competitively or attending tournaments till like a couple years ago, and I don't have like the most successful run through of tournaments like at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm probably in the same boat, probably like top 150K because I do have wins sometimes.
You guys are actually like almost entirely on the dot. You are 143,550th all the time.
Oh.
So you guys pretty much got it perfectly accurate. You are below players like String Cheese, the TO from Philly, I believe, and Sip the Rippa, but above players like Forward to Dawn and Jumpy Boy. So shout out to them.
Shout
I
out to
mean,
them.
Shout
Where
out.
do you guys think the TCNJ GOAT Xavier ranks?
I think he clears top 5,000.
You think so? That's pretty high up.
It's pretty high, yeah. I think he got it.
I wouldn't say that high up.
Okay.
I'd say maybe like top 15 or 20,000.
Interesting. Okay. Well, it turns out Owen was actually being pretty generous. Xavier is 2,892nd all time.
Wow, really? 2,000.
Yeah, he is high up. He's in the top 3K in the world, and he is above players such as J Bone X and Flip.
Shout out my goat Flip.
Shout out to Flip. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool seeing him that high up. He's also below some really funny tags that I cannot say on air.
Oh,
But
We wish we could.
I'll send y'all it later. So
Okay,
if you know,
okay.
you know.
By y'all, he means us, by the way. Sorry, Mercer County.
Sorry. Where do you guys think Shineburst is ranked though?
I think I remember. I think I saw where he was, so I kind of remember.
Yeah.
So I'll sit out
okay.
on this one.
If we're gonna go off of the fact that Xavier got like within the top 3, we'll keep it within the top 10,000. But
Okay.
I'd say like maybe like 6,000 or 6 to 8,000.
You got it on the dot, basically. Shineburst, and this is incredible, he is ranked 6,960th all time.
And guess what? He plays with his controller upside down.
Upside
I know.
down. That is crazy. He is above players like Boing and Saints, but below players such as there's not any funny tags there, so whatever.
And well, with that is going to be our show for tonight. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will be back next week. So, thanks again, Poncho. Thank you again, Casey, and open your mind.